Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Hello everyone and welcome to what might end up being a bit of a controversial video for me. Basically, this is going to be my video. We are almost a month away until Sonic Forces comes out, and I kind of just want to give off my thoughts of it at this point. So before I get into any argument or any kind of, oh, I think it's this, or like before I start saying my opinions, I am going to say this because I know some of you will probably assume this if I don't agree with your opinions, or if I don't agree with your viewpoint. No, I have not played Forces. I have only seen Forces, and I have only spoken to people who have played, one person who has played Forces at a public event. So I'm going based off of what I have heard from those, from this individual and what I've witnessed, you know, what I've seen. Am I excited for Forces? Sort of. It's a stretch. I'm interested in what the story has to offer with Infinite, his backstory with the episode Shadow. I'm interested in how all that came to be, how Shadow has gone evil, and how a lot of the antagonists have returned from previous games. Like one of the Deadly Six is coming back, and Chaos is coming back. I would love to know how Chaos came back when Chaos was only trying to protect the Master Emerald and the Chow of the Mystic Ruins from in the past. I would really like to know exactly how Chaos turns evil. So, I mean, when it comes to story, yes, you have my attention, game. You really have it, because I want to know how this happened. When it comes to the graphics, I'm not a huge picky person about graphics. I mean, the game looks alright. It looks fine. Some parts actually look really nice, but that's as much as I can say about the graphics. There's not too much that I've seen that that everyone else hasn't seen. So, like, it's not like I've seen something that somebody else hasn't seen. You know, I've seen everything that I'm assuming all of you have seen. As for the music, Fist Bump. It's a guilty pleasure song. Like, I know it's not that great of a song, but holy hell, it's a guilty pleasure. It's a funny song, because at first I assumed it was something that had to do with modern and classic Sonic, but the moment they were like, oh no, it's for the tag team part with Sonic and the modern Sonic and the custom character, that kind of destroyed an entire video I wanted to do that was like a conspiracy theory based video about the song Fist Bump. And that song, or that gameplay that eventually showed off, it was like Famitsu or something like that. That kind of just destroyed the whole idea of that video. I even have a thumbnail for it. It's probably on screen right now. It's like, that's a video that's never going to happen because there's just so much against it now. But anyways, the music, I'm pretty sure is going to be solid. Sonic music tends to be like really good, so I've heard stuff from like the tag team. I've heard stuff from, I believe it's called Park Avenue or something like that, or some of the, whatever it's called. I've heard that music. Some of it's pretty good. I like it. You know, it's something that I am okay with listening to as I play this game, so that's fine. There's nothing so far that's bad. Fist Bump is probably my exception because it's a weird song. Only because it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to go on that. The theme of Infinite, I will say, is another guilty pleasure, only because I've spoken to a friend of this, one or two friends about this, that Fist Bump is that early 2000s song from, it's a band, it's a song from a band in the early 2000s, and that's the only thing that they're known for. And after that, they're not known for anything else, because everything else is like worse than it. It's a forgettable 2000s band kind of thing, kind of vibe I'm getting from it. I did hear a cover from it from Nate Wants to Battle, so there is improvement for the song. And when I heard the Nate Wants to Battle version, I just thought that was a lot more fitting for the grittier nature of like what the story is going to be, like Infinite's, like how Infinite turned evil, had turned everyone against Sonic, and it's just like, I can see this as like Infinite and Sonic in a standoff against each other, like just fighting those two against each other, not just like, I'm going like weird places with this idea, so it's like ideas that I would want to see, I would like to see, but that's not what this is about. The gameplay is probably the biggest one for me. I don't know where to begin, because I am, like, very mixed on the gameplay. Almost to the point where well, I've seen the classic Sonic stuff, and it's classic Sonic. You're gonna get the same slopes, loops, and curves, and whatever you want out of it. And that's fine, I guess. You know, classic Sonic, there's only so much you can actually do with it. Although, we've only seen Green Hill, and even then it was just like a part of it, and then we saw the boss for it, so it's classic Sonic, and it's Generations classic Sonic, which is a weird pick for a gameplay style, because as much as Generations is a good game, and the level design for Generations is fine, I think it would be a lot better if you were to get it closer to the to the Genesis Sonic games, only because you have us coming off of Sonic Mania, and then we start Forces as classic Sonic, and it's just going to be an awkward feeling thing, because I've gone from Mania to Generations, and it just, while yes, I can adjust to it pretty quickly, it still doesn't feel right. It feels like the Genesis style. There's a reason why people want the Genesis style gameplay for classic Sonic, because it works, and they want the mechanics for it because they work. Now, I will give it one thing: I am so glad that the X button in Generations version for classic Sonic, that is a dedicated spin dash attack. That was actually one of the coolest things ever, because it was very useful. You can go through the level much faster without having to come to a complete stop, hold down, and then mash the crap out of the A button or whatever the action button you're using, and then just let yourself go. That one is just like, you can slow down, press the X or square, whatever console you're playing on, and then just go. And then you can still, like, jump right off of that. It allows for more movement and better platforming. That's what I liked about it. But coming back to Forces, it's gonna be a weird adjustment. But if you play a bit of Generations before, then you should be fine. Maybe, depends on how the levels are designed. But a lot of stuff I've seen lacked enemies, but I have a feeling that they're gonna just plop in more enemies as they see fit. Like, the stuff that they've shown us was just for the sake of not having, just showing us what the level is going to look like, not what the enemy placement is going to be. And I hope the enemy placement will be something that we can be satisfied with, because we don't want Sonic 2 Metropolis Zone. And so that's what I have for classic Sonic. Modern Sonic is, wow, linear as hell. Linear? Is that the right way to say it? Linear as hell. I'm only going based off of things I've seen, so it looks pretty linear. It's the boost formula stuff. Thank goodness the double jump is back, because that is a very useful addition to the game, and I support that addition to the game. I hope there are more paths similar to how Generations is, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the modern boost formula Sonic, but when it gets things right, it gets it right. So, Generations, for the most part, did a pretty good job with it, and I hope Forces does the same, because right now I'm not seeing too much that would give me any indication of, yes, this is a game that I must have in my library soon. So right now I'm not seeing much, but it depends. We have a few more weeks left until Forces comes out. So that's going to be my whole thing with modern Sonic. Hopefully there's more branching paths in some of the other levels, and I'm hoping that the stuff that we've seen is just the earlier levels that you'll see in the game, because I have a feeling it probably will be. So like, it'll be Green Hill, go right into like the Resistance HQ or chemical plant, as some people say, and then from there it's just like, oh, and also I'm forgetting the name of the other one, but it's on screen. The custom hero, kind of an odd one. Essentially it's modern Sonic without a boost, but with weapons. I'm sorry, Wispins. A cool idea on paper. It looks like that you can just do everything with a homing attack, even though, like, you can have a flamethrower or the ice hammer or whatever it is. Still seems like you can just do everything with a homing attack. It feels like the gameplay was like, oh crap, what do we do? This is the best we got. And then for the tag team gameplay, so with the custom heroes, just I need to see more that's gonna make me interested. But that's basically what I got out of it. I feel like I missed something, and someone's probably correcting me right now. Anyways, tag team gameplay, underwhelming. I was not expecting that. That was not what I was expecting. The whole double boost thing was nowhere near what I was hoping for. It's just a situational attack that you can use, takes out enemies. It's just a way to transition from one place to another. Plays fist bump in the background, which was the funniest thing ever. But aside from that, you have some 3D platforming, but it just seems like what I do like is that what we've seen from the from the platforming sections, where you have the custom hero and Sonic, is that you have multiple ways of going through it. You can either just light speed dash the hell out of it and just get through the level pretty fast, or you can actually do 3D platforming. And actually, no, I take that back. That's still not as good as I was hoping for. But then again, I mean, what are you going to do when you have like 4 different options for playing? And then on top of that, you have Episode Shadow, which, that better be the second half of the level from what we've seen. That better be the second half. I've had people tell me, oh, it's just the second half. Oh, it's a proof of concept, or it's this. I don't think they would come out with proof of concept this early. I mean, this late in development, unless this is coming out much later, like after the game comes out. But I have a feeling this is day 1 DLC. On top of that, it looked way too easy to go through. Like, that homing attack was... the distance on that homing attack was insane. So, I'm just hoping that, you know, all of it's worth it. And if you disagree with my opinions, that's fine. You know, just in a very civil manner, let me know what you think about it. Because, I honestly would like to know your input on Forces. It, you know, it gives me an idea of, like, okay, this is how I can see it. And, so that's gonna do it for this. It's a bit kind of rambling, but then again, that's pretty much what I do a lot here. If you haven't noticed my recent videos, I tend to ramble. But I had an idea of where I was gonna go with this. With that said, like I said earlier, in a civil manner, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about your thoughts on Forces, what your opinions on Forces. Are you looking forward to Forces? Are you not looking forward to it? Or are you just in between? You're unsure, so you're going to probably wait until like the first week and see exactly how it is. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel and you like the commentary, give it a thumbs up. But yes, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I have some Let's Plays that are going. I have a Let's Play of Sonic Generations that's going on right now. And with that said, I will catch you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.